to keep the train in Traverse City because the train is a sweet little thing that makes unique. I thought it made the Bayfront unique. We can make a generic Bayfront. That park is going to look like every other park that's up here, Petoskey, wherever. But that train made it unique. That train also represents a big part of the history of Traverse City. A lot of people don't know this, but I found this out myself, that the railroad was looking to come to northern Michigan. And Perry Hanna knew that if he could get the train here, it would make things happen. And Elk Rapids and Traverse City were vying for whatever train company it was to build and have the train come to their town. And he went and lobbied the train. Elk Rapids was lobbying the train, and the railroad people, and Traverse City won. So it's conceivable that if the train hadn't come to Traverse City and had gone to Elk Rapids would be the big city, and Traverse City would be the little one. It's a huge part of our history, and I think it needs to be remembered. And unfortunately, so much of our history is being trashed because everybody thinks that's old. You know, and it happens incrementally, so you don't really pay attention to it. That train symbolizes a lot of stuff, and it's important, I think, for our history to not be discarded. And my own opinion, I think that the Bayfront plan is so generic and so boring that I don't think people will be real happy when they see what they did. That's my opinion.
Kind of related to that, what effect would the removal of the train have on the community?
It's one of those things that, in some sense, it'll have nothing because it'll be gone. But on another hand, people won't know that it existed, and so then it'll be lost, you know. And so, yeah, if it's gone in a few short years, people will just be. It's like the zoo or some other things in town. Well, it was here and it's gone. And people don't know anything about it. So I think it's also just another part of us slipping and losing what is our history, and it is a connection to our railroad past. And railroad, you haven't seen many trains roll by in your young life, have you? That's part of our American history that is being lost because railroading has changed so much. Things are more jet-oriented and truck-oriented. But the railroad was a huge part of our American history, and here in northern Michigan with railroading and everything. So a part of our history will be lost for generations like yours.
Okay. What are your hopes for the future of the trains?
Well, we're attempting to get the city to give us possession of the train. We're also attempting to get the Commons Board to grant us rights to put the train and build a park on the Grand Traverse Commons. And dealing with public entities is a major league pain in the butt. And we'll see what happens. But that's our goal, is to build a train park over on the Grand Traverse Commons and have a railroad history there with displays and things like that, with the train as a focal point that runs through all those trees and things on the commons ground. That's the plan.
Like, assuming that, like, just in a hypothetical situation, if the train was staying in the marina, do you think moving it from the marina to the commons will, like, affect how many people know where it is or how many people ride it?
Well, yes and no. Downtown is perfect. That Bayfront is the best spot for it, but someone else has decided that I'm wrong. So, yes, the Bayfront is where more people see it, but there's two thoughts there. One is, over the last few years, the city has done nothing to embrace the train. They've not publicized it. It's just been there. So the Commons is a growing area. They're putting in a botanical gardens. The Veterans Memorial Park is there. Building 50, you know, the Grand Traverse Commons is there. So that's an up-and-coming area where people are going. Our plan is, if we get this right, we will do something that the city, in their infinite political wisdom, would never do. Advertise the train. Let the world know it's there. Come ride the train. Get T-shirts that say Traverse City, Spirit of Traverse City on them. Embrace the train. My belief is that the city officials didn't want the train there, so they did a very good job of hiding the train.
Yeah.
Which also irritates me.
Yeah. Okay, so if you win the bid, how will the train be financially supported?
Well, that's a good question. We're a grassroots organization. We're a bunch of guys who did not know each other until last July. So it's not like we're some great organization that's been chugging along, no pun intended there, for years. We've been at it months. Our goal is to, once we get possession of the train, and all of this is so much chicken and the egg. You can't do one thing, like raise money, till you have a train, because I could come to you and say, Emma, give me money for the train. And say, well, do you have the train? No. Well, then what happens to the money if you don't get the train? Well, I don't know. So we haven't done any of that. But our goal is to ask the citizens to donate money. We also want to get work towards grants, national grants, history preservation type grants, to give us the money so we can build this park. And our goal is to raise $1.5 million, and a chunk of that would be annual sustaining fund to keep the train in the park going. Also, with the sale of tickets and memorabilia, t-shirts, hats, whistles, all that money would go back into the train fund so that the train would be self-sustaining. Everybody always says, that train won't make money. I say, bull. If you embraced it, if you did things the way you should, is it going to make millions of dollars? No. Would it make enough money to perpetuate itself? Of course. So that's our goal. It's a difference of opinion. The naysayers want to say, no, it won't work. We're optimists and say it will work if you do it right.
Okay. Let's see. What happens with donations? We already got that. What can community members do to help? What can we fundraise money already? Like you said, that would be difficult right now.
You could. The main thing is we need support. We need some public support, and I'll give you some bumper stickers that you can get out there. You need to lobby the city commission and say, we want the train. But the city commission, again, in their infinite wisdom, really only want to hear from Traverse City residents because this is a Traverse City park, they say. I think they're just hiding, because if they say they only want to hear from Traverse City people, then I'm sure the downtown merchants will put up signs that say, if you're not from Traverse City, don't come shop. So that's a bunch of bull, too. So I'm passionate about this, if you can tell. No, support the train. City Commission, tell people when you're out and about, I want to keep the train. The train's important to me. Let people know. Something happened here a couple of weeks ago that Hickory Hills, they were talking about closing it. Well, then all sorts of people, all the skiers went, but they were organized. They've been around for 100 years, and so I thought, wow, look at all those people that are supporting Hickory Hills. We need that kind of support, people to come out, but we're not as organized as a Hickory Hills or a group like that. So support, support, support. Talk about it. Write email. If you go to the website, Traverse City, whatever it is, the city website, you can email all the Traverse City commissioners. It's right there. It's a very simple link.
All right, so our plan for our group, we have to do some sort of community awareness thing for this issue. We were thinking it would be kind of cool if we made little jars with the spirit of Traverse City and went and brought them around to a lot of businesses or posters and things downtown. Do you think, doing little change jars, would that be beneficial to you guys, or would that be a waste of time?
No, it would be good because it would be public awareness. Now, I would say, good luck downtown. I don't know how many of these merchants support the train. Some do, some don't. What we do plan to do, because we have raised some money, not much. We have partnered with the Grand Traverse Railroad Historical Society, and we've stated that any money we do collect, if we fold because we lose, we would just donate that money to the Railroad Historical Society. So any money that you would raise, assuming it would be, not the $1.5 million, if we end up losing our battle and folding, we would know that we would just donate that money to the Historical Society, the Railroad Historical Society.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Okay?
All right. That's it.
That's it?
That's it.
Okay.
Just our few little questions.
All right. I'll get you some bumper stickers.
Oh, cool. Thanks.
You betcha.
Thank you.